couple years, they arguably have one of the best teams in the NFL. They signed their receiver for some long-term deal. They got a long-term quarterback. Their defense is stellar. They pretty much didn't have to do much in the draft, but add depth to positions. But how did they do in the draft?
Yeah, I mean, overall, I thought they did pretty solid. Then, like I said, this is a team where they're already a contender, and this is where you make or break your team. That first round guy is so important. The second round guy is so important, and the third round guy even is so important. Your day one and day two have got to be spotless for you to continue to have a good franchise. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. For you to continue having a good franchise, you got to get those right. And Ilum out of Florida, cornerback, that was a big need they needed was the cornerback position, because Tre'Davious White, while he's great and he's one of the top corners in the league, he's coming off of an injury, and Levi Wallace took off from their team, so they lost a nice cornerback in Levi. So you got to add somebody back there, and Ilum out of Florida, that was a great pickup for them in the first round. So moving on here to the second round, this was the pick that I was like, wow. I mean, this was just a great pick. That's James Cook, running backs or brother of Minnesota Vikings running back Dalvin Cook. James Cook is like Dalvin, but with a receiving backside rather than the elusive backside. But he's a guy that, once again, you can just throw him anywhere in the offense. If you need him to play slot wide receiver, he can play with slot wide receiver. If you need him to go out and make catches, I mean, go watch his college tape. They're literally jump balls. He goes up in the air one-on-one versus a corner and catches a ball. And he's a running back. He's got this incredible route where he starts into the shotgun formation to the right or the left of the quarterback, and he takes off to the right and just cuts back infield. And every time he sells that out cue, like he's going to the sideline, like he's going to be open into the flats. And every time he sells it so well to where the middle linebacker or the outside linebacker that's covering him bites and they go for it. And as soon as he sees they attach and they're going, he just plants the foot and he cuts back inside, and the whole middle of the field is wide open. And he runs that. That is my favorite route, watching him do that. Just look up James Cook highlights, and it's on there like 10 times. It's his best route, and he does it so incredibly. He sells it so well that this guy is just awesome, and people were not talking about him enough headed into this draft. And he's got the background too. I mean, his brother is a top 3 running back in the league, and I could see this guy becoming a top 10. I really could. I think he's a great running back, and he's got so much potential. He runs the ball downhill extremely well. He's got some nice speed. He can break tackles. He's elusive. But also, the thing that his brother kind of struggles with at times is the receiving backside, and he's got that. I mean, he's got the receive. He is basically like a wide receiver converted to a running back, almost like what Laviska Shenault at Colorado was. So he is just awesome and awesome to watch play football. After that, they got Bernard out of Baylor. Solid pick. Nice linebacker depth filler. That defense is always important to them, so they're always filling it. Shakir, wide receiver out of Boise State. Another really good pick. I thought he was a day 2 guy, and I thought he was a mid day 2 guy. I thought he was a into the second round, early third round guy, but he fell. And wide receiver out of Boise State, Khalil Shakir, they're able to snag him at round 5, pick 148. So I thought they did really good there. Now moving down the list, there was a lot of special teamers in this draft, and Matt Araiza was one of those, punter out of San Diego State. And once again, the worst time to need something is whenever you don't have it. And if you can claim a guy out of the draft in the 6th round, or if in the 4th round or after, and he's going to be with your franchise for 10, 15 years, then I say you snag him. And this is another guy who could be with the Buffalo Bills or in the league for the next 15 years. I really think he's just an incredible punter. So really excited to see what he does with his career. Also, Benford, cornerback out of Villanova, still just kind of padding that cornerback depth that they needed to fill, just adding more guys. And Benford is a nice addition there in the 6th round. Tenuta, offensive tackle out of Virginia Tech. Luke Tenuta, just filling the depth there at the offensive line position, something that they needed to do as well. And then Balin Spector, linebacker out of Clemson, with the 7th round pick. Solid guy, played for a big school. He knows a lot of the NFL schemes and stuff, so he'll be a solid guy who can come in and be a sub linebacker for you whenever you need him. But overall, my draft grade for the Buffalo Bills, I'm going to give them a B. I'm going to give them a B. I was going to give them a B plus, I was going to give them a B minus, and I'm going to give them a B because I think they did really good with that 2nd round pick. And so with that being said, my best pick is the 2nd round pick, James Cook, running back out of Georgia.
Alrighty. So